Hey everyone, this is Shooting Illustrated bringing you another episode of iCarry. In today's feature, we're taking a look at the new Savage Stance XR 9mm pistol and some related gear. Let's take a closer look at this kit. Savage revamped its Stance line of pistols, adding double stack capacity and optics ready capability to the Stance line with the Stance XR. The original Stance has been discontinued, although all models are recreated in the Stance XR line. It's not surprising given the prevalence of the double-stack micro 9mm pistol, even more so since the original Stance and the new Stance XR are virtually identical in size and weight with only a $20 price difference separating the models. Size-wise, the Stance XR is middle of the pack as far as double-stack micro 9s, 3.2-inch barrel, 6.2-inch overall length, 1-inch width, and 4.6-inch height. Capacity is 10 rounds with a flush-fit magazine and 13 with a slightly extended version, which does allow for a full 3-finger grip. Weight empty is 22 ounces, which is on the heavier side for micro 9mm pistols, but not overly so. It's about 4 ounces heavier than the group average. Is this going to make a huge difference? Not really. The quarter of a pound extra on the Stance XR won't change how it's carried or shot all that much. Aside from the capacity bump over the original Stance, the most noticeable change is the addition of a system for electro-optic sights. Here's where the Stance XR differentiates itself from the rest of the Micro 9 double-stack pack. Rather than a cut for the RMSC and/or Holosun K-Series footprints, the Stance XR has what Savage calls QRO, Quick Release Optic. This system uses a dovetail-style mount to capture the optic plate on the slide, so that the plate is anchored in place with the dovetail and a catch. This allows different optic footprints to fit on the slide, but more importantly, it keeps the number of screws needed to secure the optic to just the two going through the sight into the optic plate. With an innovative optics mounting system, generous capacity, and an affordable price, that might be enough all on its own to sell the Stance XR as an EDC pistol. Add an excellent grip texturing, a bladed safety trigger to safeguard against discharge if dropped, and a small section of rail for accessories, and the Stance XR really starts to look like a bargain. In any case, it's another option in the concealed carry world, which is always welcome. Remember how I said the Stance XR was virtually identical in size to the original? Unfortunately, the new accessory rail precludes a number of stance-oriented holsters from working with the Stance XR, so for today's kit, we've gone with the innovative Blackhawk Tecgrip Formlok holster. In a nutshell, this is a multi-fit holster molded to your specific handgun using heat. We've reviewed the process previously, click the link in the text, and it works well, especially for guns that don't have a lot of holster fits available. Another bonus, the Tecgrip Formlok can be used for multiple firearms simply by reheating and reforming. We've opted to showcase the Stance XR's small size by using the Tecgrip Formlok holster as a pocket holster. Here, the grippy nature of the Tecgrip really shines, as it stays firmly in the pocket on the drawer. And again, best practices are to remove the holster from the pocket to very carefully reholster, taking care not to point the muzzle anywhere other than a safe direction. The last piece of gear in today's utilitarian kit is the Buck Knives Hexam Assist pocket knife. The Hexam has a 3.35-inch 7CR17 MOV steel drop point blade, assisted opening via a flipper projection, and aluminum scales. It's available in both gray and green, has a short, low-riding pocket clip, and weighs 5.3 ounces. The locking mechanism on the Hexam is innovative and intuitive. First, it has a sliding button that releases the lock blade to close the knife, but it also needs to be pressed to open the knife too. It's a split-second extra step you need to remember, but it is so worth it as there's no concern about the blade opening by accident in the pocket. And as I've mentioned previously, the release mechanism does not require your finger be in the path of the closing blade, meaning you're less likely to cut yourself. Now, I say less likely because if you're anything like me, you'll find another way. For more information on the items we've chosen for today's kit and for other guns and gear combinations, please visit shootingillustrated.com. And, as always, stay tuned for more episodes of iCarry.